So this first song, I did them both together. I did them both within a few days of each other, and I just hadn't. I realized I didn't make the video because I was just like done, and I was like, I'm done. So the Sentient Stardust, I needed something for another time lapse, so I want to start making all the music for everything in the background. If I can try at least for time lapses, star lapses, things like that. Um, so this idea came up was just a bass thing, and then I was like, oh, I can just add more layers to it, and I just kept adding. I added the guitar, and the drums were pretty straightforward. I didn't want to have anything too crazy, and it just needed to something that kept moving. So it's kind of like a jammy thing to it, and then they both do the guitar thing is like a Metallica type thing. It's not Metallica. It's not as good as Metallica. Blah blah. I know. It's like Metallica because they have the two guitars doing that. So that's like a. They do it all the time. They used to do it a lot. Um, Thinking like Fight Fire with Fire or something like. Obviously not as good or fast or whatever, but to have that, to have like that sort of a feel to it, kind of like a groove move thing through it. So I wanted to have something with a bass, and then something that's like not like fast or heavy, but not like really fast where it kind of like if you don't know what you're listening to, is more like not as not as like thrash metal, but just like more just heavy metal type feel to it. Because I just wanted to have that, so that way when I do time lapses, I have something to put it behind. Because ultimately, I don't want to have to keep using other people's music, because then all of a sudden the copyright thing could flip over, and then all of a sudden you don't have whatever. And it's not that I ever do any sort of any any monetization or anything like that, but I don't want to have be beholden to someone with for like a time lapse video or whatever, and like the audio's gone. I did that. That hasn't happened in YouTube lately, but on TikTok it happens. So I'd rather just have my own music instead of having to rely on somebody else's music. So this is, I don't know if I'm gonna do this as part of the overall idea of making an album for Grey Fear, but it is Grey Fear in as much as that's the whole. It's like four pieces. So definitely, I want to record it again. I think I'll dial the distortion back by like half, because it does kind of like get a little. It's like the guitar all playing the same and like open like that. It doesn't sound exactly how I want it to, but when does that stop me from making a video that it's not perfect or whatever? So it's good enough for now. I always say I can go back and re-record them, so that'll probably be a project for next month. So that's version one. I'm already using. Oh no, yeah, I am using. No, am I using this one yet? I haven't used it for a time lapse yet. That's what I need to do. I've been using the other one. So I just want to have options. So that way every day it's not the same one. If I do the time lapse, 4 or 5 days a week, I don't want it to be the same music. But I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. But that's the great thing about it. It's YouTube. Nobody's going to watch this. This is all for me. So Sentient Stardust, boy, this is like in the upper 20s of songs now. I'm not sure if this will be on the 2025 Grey Fear record that I'm thinking about, but it'll be something.